The flag had flown proudly for years, swaying in the breeze at the edge of the driveway. It wasn't oversized or flashy, just a simple display of patriotism. Neighbors often admired it, and no one ever complained until the HOA decided it was a problem. Their letter arrived in bold print demanding the flag be removed immediately. They claimed it violated aesthetic standards and disrupted the uniform look of the neighborhood. The homeowner stood stunned, staring at the demand. This wasn't just about fabric on a pole. It was about principle and about to become a battle the HOA would regret. The letter threatened daily fines if the flag wasn't removed by the end of the week. It accused the homeowner of disrespecting community rules and warned that further action would follow. Neighbors whispered, worried about what might happen if the board cracked down harder. The homeowner considered taking the flag down just to avoid the hassle, but something inside resisted. This wasn't some random decoration, it was the national flag, protected by law. Quiet research began that night, flipping through state statutes and federal protections. If the HOA thought they could intimidate one resident, they were about to be proven wrong. By midweek, the HOA sent a second, more aggressive notice. The tone dripped with arrogance, citing vague bylaws about unauthorized structures. The fines would now double daily, stacking into hundreds of dollars. The homeowner felt the pressure building but refused to back down. With every threat, the determination grew stronger. Instead of removing the flag, they reinforced the pole, making sure it stood taller than ever. It wasn't defiance for show, it was a stand for rights. And in the quiet of their home, the homeowner drafted a plan that would soon turn the tables on the entire board. The homeowner contacted a lawyer with expertise in HOA disputes. After reviewing the notices, the attorney almost laughed. Federal law, the Freedom to Display the American Flag Act, explicitly protected homeowners from exactly this type of harassment. The HOA's so-called rules crumbled instantly when compared to the statute. The lawyer explained that not only was the flag legal, but the HOA could face serious consequences for trying to restrict it. Armed with this knowledge, the homeowner felt a surge of confidence. The next step wasn't compliance, it was confrontation. The HOA had drawn the battle lines, but they had chosen the wrong opponent. The lawyer drafted a formal letter, citing federal protections and state property laws. It outlined the HOA's violation in detail, warning them that continuing fines or threats could result in penalties against the board itself. The letter didn't just defend the flag, it turned the HOA's intimidation tactics back on them. When the notice was delivered, the board members scrambled, their smugness evaporated, replaced with panic. They had assumed no one would fight back, that their word was final. Instead, they were facing federal law. And if they pushed further, they wouldn't just lose, they'd pay dearly for it. The HOA called an emergency meeting, but whispers spread quickly. Neighbors who once stayed silent now rallied behind the homeowner. People were tired of constant nitpicking trash cans, lawn heights, mailbox colors, and now, even the American flag. The board's attempt at control had backfired, uniting the community against them. Meanwhile, the homeowner's lawyer prepared the next move, a formal complaint to state authorities. If filed, the HOA could face steep fines for violating residents' rights. The once powerful board found itself cornered, and for the first time, they realized they weren't the enforcers anymore. They were the ones being judged. Faced with overwhelming evidence and growing neighborhood outrage, the HOA caved. A letter appeared in the homeowner's mailbox, this time apologetic. The fines were erased, the threats withdrawn, and permission to fly the flag was granted, as if they had the power to forbid it in the first place. But the damage was already done. State officials fined the HOA for violating federal law, a humiliation that spread quickly through the community. The once feared board now looked weak and powerless. The homeowner had just defended their flag. They had exposed the HOA's overreach for everyone to see. The weeks that followed, the flag continued to wave proudly. Untouched by the HOA, neighbors added their own flags in solidarity, turning the street into a sea of red, white, and blue. The board, once quick to punish, now stayed uncharacteristically quiet, their authority shattered. The homeowner reflected on how close they had come to giving in and how important it had been to stand firm. The flag wasn't just cloth anymore. It was a symbol of freedom, unity, and victory. The HOA had tried to silence it, but in the end, they paid the price.